Man, I was listening to some good music last night, Krissy. Good music. Telling you what. I went back in the catalog. I started getting on that YouTube. You know that YouTube sucks you fucking in.
Oh, it does, yeah.
And then I popped up. I saw a music video. I popped on that video. Then it showed me another video.
Alanis Morissette.
They're really good at that algorithm.
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, Alanis Morissette. And then Natalie Merchant.
Oh yeah.
Remember that Carnival song? Mm-hmm. I walk these streets of virtual. It seemed to me hypnotized, mesmerized by what my eyes have seen. It has a guitar solo in the middle.
Oh yeah, it's
loved
good.
it. And then
song.
it went to "So Lonely" by the Police. So lonely, so lonely, so lonely, so lonely. You know what I realized about that band? It's just Sting. That's all it is. It's just Sting. I watched them live like 6 years ago. They did a big, get together tour,
right.
and they went around and sold out everywhere. Sting's the only one doing anything. He's singing all the songs. He's playing the fucking bass guitar. Stuart Copeland's drumming back there, but he's just a weird man. He's just like, he's got that fucking headband on like he's 13 years old. And I don't even know the guitarist's name. What's his name?
I don't know.
No one knows. You want to know why? Because it's just Sting. That's all
Right.
anybody cares about. Is the incredibly good-looking man standing there playing bass like a badass and singing all the songs. And when you hear "So Lonely" live, what you realize
Is he a drummer too? Is Sting a drummer too?
I think Sting's in everything. I think Sting's one of those guys.
He's a man of many talents.
He's a man of many everythings.
Yes.
He can make love for 7 to 9 hours.
Right.
He's got beautiful women all around him, but he's like a perfect
muscular.
gentleman.
He's fit.
He's fit. He's good looking.
He's lean,
he's
but
like
muscular.
the guy that everyone wants to hate, but you can't
He wears
because
a necklace
he's so cool.
and it looks good.
Yeah, that's
Like
right.
a dangling necklace.
A dangling necklace, and it looks good. And he has wristbands, like and he has bracelets like this, but they actually look like it means something. Like he's the kind of guy when he wears a Buddhist bracelet, it looks like he actually is a Buddhist and he knows what that means. I just look like a dipshit, like a 40-year-old trying to recapture his 20-year-old youth. Like I should be at the Fish concert or something. Like Fish heads.
You need
that
the
are
Doc
80.
Martens.
Yeah.
He could wear Doc Martens.
He does wear Doc
yeah.
Martens and leather pants and ripped up shirts. He does it. It looks cool. He plays a bass from 1983 that's never had a string change in its life. But most people would go, yeah, that poor guy. He doesn't have a. If Sting plays it, and people get boner. Yeah, men get erections, women get wet.
Yes.
It's like, women want to love you, men adore you. He's just one of those guys. He walks in and everyone's like, oh, it's Sting. And he doesn't do anything. He, occasionally shows up and he does something and everyone's Sting. Meanwhile, the guitarist looks like he's been doing nothing but, drinking Michelob Ultra since Police broke up. The best day of his life was when Sting agreed to do the Police reunion.
Right.
Because he's like, I can use the 4 chords I know again and make some money doing it. He runs around behind Sting, playing the guitar, but he does no singing. There's no backing vocals because the backing vocals were all done by Sting.
Of course, Sting. Of course, Sting sang his own backup.
Of course he did, because he's a fucking badass and everybody else is just riding his coattails. And Stuart Copeland's a good drummer in his own right. I give it that. But the guy's wearing a headband. He's big, tall, goofy, lanky. He's playing, he plays the drums, not like a regular drummer, like holding the sticks in his hands like a regular, but he holds that one stick. Yeah. Well, he holds one regular and then one, he's got that jazz hand,
right.
Like that Twinkle Toes hand, And then he's got the headband, and then he's got this big microphone, microphone attachment, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't say anything. Doesn't sing anything. It's like, so when you hear "So Lonely," which is one of the great Police songs of all time, when you hear that song recorded, you're like, there's all these people in the background going, right?
And it's Sting.
Nothing. And nothing when they go live is like, so lonely. So, but you don't want to know why? Because Sting can't be everywhere. He's only one guy. He's human too.
We don't know that.
Fuck, man. Fuck, I want to be Sting. I don't care how old he. How old is he? 90?
No. He's
102?
not 90. I think he's like in his 60s.
He could be 90.
Maybe
you never
70s.
know because he still looks like he's 1982.
He's you're never going to.
You see Sting on an interview
He's like
and you're
a
like,
Tom Cruise.
oh, look at that old MTV interview. No, but it's Good Morning America live. It's because he's so good looking. That's right. He's like Tom Cruise.
Who never ages weirdly.
No, but he sold his soul to Scientology.
Did. Yes,
yeah,
he did.
he's a time traveler or something.
Yes,
those
he
people
is.
those people believe in orc or something.
He could be a vampire.
Yeah, he went to the orc ship and
right.
the fuck, I don't know.
He rose to the highest level.
Then one of my favorites came on. This guy has not exactly a Sting. He's like the anti-Sting. he has not aged like Sting, and that's Christopher Cross's Sailing.
I love
it's
that
not that
song.
far to paradise. At least it's not for me.
I love that song.
And if a wind is right, you can sail away.
Find serenity.
Yeah. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see.
Hey, don't diss on Christopher Cross. I love him.
Sailing. But okay, so he sings that song. That's such a silky, smooth voice. Like if you don't,
he won like all the Grammys that year for that.
He won
album.
everything ever. Yeah. It was Christopher Cross all over the place. It was Christopher Cross year, is what it was, and everybody loved that guy. And he brought on the Yacht Rock, like the whole phenomenon. Is based around one man and one man only. His name is Christopher Cross, right? And he plays that guitar and just stands there. And he's a little chubby and it takes me away. And he's got that song. You know what's that song he sang with the other
Born
guy?
to Run or no? I gotta ride
like the wind, ride like the wind,
free again.
Yeah,
dun,
and I've got such a long way to
go. Make it
with Norm Macdonald, Michael McDonald.
I love Michael McDonald too.
Such a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. So I ride like the wind, ride like the wind. Okay, so then I get into him, and then I got to go do some research on where he is. Like, what's going on with Chris? I'm spending hours.
I just saw a CBS Sunday Morning on him like a little while back.
That's what I was watching. It was like 2020, so it was like 2 years ago when the pandemic started. And he was like, I'm just so grateful to still be doing this, what I love, and blah, blah. So he sells out these like medium-sized civic centers, basically, right? He's got this band behind him. He sounds nothing like he did back then. Yeah. Well. He's like, you know, takes me away. And then they have these beautiful singers behind him. Because that's what you do when you get old and your voice gets shitty. You have other people sing for you.
The Motley Crue
thing
that we saw.
Dr. Biggin!
Wow!
Yeah, wow! Wow! It's like Eddie Vedder. God bless Eddie Vedder. But it takes a lot of energy and effort to sing like you have a pack of cigarettes stuck in your throat.
Yes.
Right? And when he did all those songs Alive and all that other stuff, and then he just toured incessantly for the entirety of the 90s and the 2000s. And he still smokes and drinks to this day.
He does.
Takes its toll.
Takes its toll.
So Eddie can't hit those notes like he used to.
Right.
So he lets the crowd do it for him.
Does.
Now the crowd doesn't give a shit because they love Pearl Jam, and I love Pearl Jam and whatever. But I realize I'm one of the few people in the crowd that recognizes that what Eddie's doing, right? I think everybody else just wants to believe that he's hitting those high notes.
Right.
He's just giving it to the crowd. I can do it, but here it's for you. You paid all that money. You do it. That's what Christopher Cross is doing. He sounds like a drunk Kermit now.
Yeah, but in his heyday, he was hot.
Oh my God, he was hot. He was the hottest thing ever. Yeah. And he only had 2 songs, but he was the hottest thing ever. He had a whole album.
It was a whole album. Yeah.
But he made sailing sound cool. Everybody wanted to sail. Yeah. And that twinkly toes piano in the.
Have you ever gone sailing?
No. I mean, in my mind, when I'm listening to that song.
I remember I did one time at like a camp. It was a camp situation, and
camp sailing. My
friend and I, we got out the sailboat. We were taught how to use it, how to do everything. We got out there and we flipped it.
Oh, yeah. I'm afraid to sail. I'm afraid of sailing.
I would go on one of those sailing yachts.
I think I'm going to drown.
So now what happened?
Yeah. Okay.